Hi, this is Marc from Motor Guys, and today we're talking motorcycle tires, specifically adventure bike tires. Why? Just because there's a lot of chatter, controversy about tires and everything, especially in the adventure bike segment, because it's pretty much the most popular sector in motorcycling right now. So what we're going to talk about is how to choose the proper tire for your adventure bike. And I got an expert today, Mr. Sylvain Bergeron, who is the president of the Quebec Motorcycle Federation, but I didn't get him for that. This guy is an avid, very avid adventure bike rider. Sylvain, please come along.
Hello, Marc-André.
How you doing?
Yeah, thanks for inviting me here.
Yeah.
And I'm a passionate adventure rider. I do a lot of riding, and adventure riding is second nature to me. I really love to chat about that and to coach people on how to begin the adventure riding.
What do you ride?
GSA 1250 Trophy.
So you ride the big bike?
I ride the big bike, and I've been riding it for, this one's the 2023, but it's my third GSA. I ride about 30,000 clicks a year.
Okay, 30,000 clicks a
year. Yes, and you know, I'm a retiree, but I'm also a full-time president, so it gets me really busy. So and I ride a lot.
30,000 clicks worth, yeah. Now, what I wanted to talk about, Sylvain, is most people, when they buy an adventure bike, they have in their minds that I'm going to go visit where nobody went before, and I'm going to go off-roading, you know. But the true facts is, like, let's say 90% of adventure bike practically never see a dirt road.
Well, let me say to start that the image, it's very trendy. Yeah. But the first thing is get proper training with your adventure bike. There are some nice schools locally available, and you'll be able to get proper training to have all the benefits of adventure riding. And second, check your tires, because you can get tires with this type of profile, which is around 80% road, 20% off-road, or more aggressive tires which will be 50-50 or even 70-30% road. So it's all a matter of adapting your riding to what the kind of surface you're riding on and the type of tire you're riding on.
Yeah, it's like shoes. Have the proper shoes in your feet to do the proper job. So we're going to start from road bias right up to the extreme. We're going to talk about a few tires, and all these tires are available at our sponsors, which is revco.ca. So first of all, I'm a Pirelli fan. I always like Pirelli tires. This one is the Scorpion Trail 2. And you see, looking at the profile of the tire, this is practically, it looks like a sport touring tire.
Sport touring tire. Yeah.
And this is it. They brand it as a trail, but this is an adventure tire. And adventure bike doesn't mean necessarily mud, right?
No, exactly. This type of tire will have all the benefits of road riding, but you'll have some support when you ride like gravel roads, okay, or unstable surfaces, that's for sure. But if you want to go in more deep wood stuff, this may not be the right tire for
the bike might end up crashed.
Exactly. But then again, adapt your riding to the conditions, that's for sure.
Exactly. This is like running shoes for a motorcycle. So this is from Pirelli. Another one that's very popular is the A41 from Bridgestone.
Yeah, and right now we can see more grooves, design, still a road type design, really stuffed shoulders, and naturally it's nice for riding on road and a little bit more benefit to ride gravel road.
I wouldn't ride this off-road personally, but most adventure bikes that are coming out now, like let's say the Transalp 750, will have something that's more road bias, because they most bikes 90% of the time they're on asphalt. So these two tires are a great choice that's available for your adventure bike if you're mostly on the road.
Yeah, especially riding hard pack gravel roads with luggage and passenger, you know, they would be really good for that. No problem.
Yeah. Another one. This one is very special because it's a new tire.
Yeah, newly born.
This is the Dunlop Trail Max Raid.
Yes, yes.
Now we got something that's going pretty much more in the 50-50.
There is a lot of expectation with these tires. They're, like you say, 50-50, even 60 off-road, 60% off-road and 40 road. Lots of support. Knobs are well spaced, very rigid sidewalls, and I bought a set, and I'm eager to see how they will perform, but I will have to wait till spring.
Yeah. So we see the big difference here is the opening of the blocks. You have much more opening for. I would ride this off-road.
Actually, I always ride 50-50 tires on my bikes. Okay, I put up with the knobs, I put up with the noise,
Yeah.
and I put up with the vibration, because these tires, even if you're doing asphalt, they will behave properly.
Yeah.
And it's not a sport tire. I mean, it's not a knee-down type tires, but you can have spirited riding, and it will support it, and you'll have decent mileage. And when you get off-road, they do the job.
Yeah, that's where the openings of the blocks, the way the blocks are distributed on the sides here, especially on the front tire, you have more accessibility to have the tire clear some light mud and very soft gravel or just plain dirt.
And they're rated also for the big adventure tires,
Yeah.
big adventure bikes.
Like yours.
Yeah, mine, yes.
All right.
And this is something you have to address. When you choose, you have to see, when you go to the more aggressive patterns, you have to check if they make tires in your OEM spec.
Now we're still in the same ballpark as the Bridgestone.
Well-established tire. I rode these tires 2-3 times. I really like them. On
That's the AX, right?
AX41.
Yeah.
The AX. And we had the A41. That's the AX41. Only thing, they don't last much. I mean, if you're really gentle with your right hand,
Yeah.
you may get up to 8,000, maybe a little bit more, but 8,000 kilometers. But, they really do a good job on pavement. They're really predictable, but they're noisy and they vibrate. And you might want to wear earplugs just to be on the safe side.
But it's still, we get a very good construction. And if you look at the way the spacing of the lugs on the front tire is, this is much, I go 60, 60-40 about?
Oh yeah, it's about a 60-40 tire. And
bias towards off-road.
Exactly. It's adventure tires are all about compromises.
Yeah.
So when you look at that, well, yes, longevity will be a factor, and we have to look at it as consumables. Okay, meaning they wear out. Okay, they're wearable. So plan your change of tires ahead, because during the middle of the season you might end up with only what's available.
Yeah.
So if you really like one type of tires, maybe get
buy
one or
an
two
extra set.
buy an extra set, just in case. But then it's up to you to decide.
All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to go a little bit more on the extreme side.
Yep.
Now we've got the Carouse. Carouse is from the company Metzeler.
Yep.
We'll start with the little less aggressive brother. So these are the Carouse. This is the 4, I think.
Yeah, Carouse 4s,
Yeah.
which can now be ordered when you order a BMW, a big GSA.
Yeah.
They will come as standard tire, but on the GSA on demand, okay? Because you can choose between a few types of tires depending on what's available. But the Carouse 4 is also new this year, and they're doing a really good job. Very big knobby, lots of space to get rid of that mud.
And I like the way the blocks on the side are set up.
Exactly.
There's lots of spacing, but at the same time there's a lot of meat that
Exactly,
actually go
to
on the
lean.
road
Exactly.
to lean it out. And you can see still on the size of the front tire, it's the same type of pattern blocks, and you still got some some meat touching the road when you're leaning the bike, especially on asphalt or like really hard packed gravel roads. So this is more like 70-30.
I'd say 60-40, and you'll get a good road manners as well.
And so 60-40 bias towards off-road.
60 off-road, 40 road. Yes.
All right,
Yes.
great.
Yes.
And now where we're going is some of the most extreme tires. These things almost look like
Motocross tires.
Like motocross tires.
Yes, yes.
And this is the Metzeler.
The extreme.
The extreme. Yeah, the extreme.
Desert extreme.
We're going to the extremes. If you look at the rear tires, just the block spacing is like really opened up.
Paddle type tires. You know?
So very good for sand.
Sand, loose stuff.
Everything that suits. But these are going to be noisy, very noisy.
And on the road, they may have some weird road manners. Meaning, if you're riding really on the edge, I mean, you have to adapt your riding to the type of condition and to the type of tires you are using naturally.
Yeah, and on the front profile of the tire, this is where you see this is much more off-road oriented because they got very spiky sides to be able to grip on loose stuff, gravel, sand, mud. But the thing is, you got a lot less meat on the road at the same time. So we're getting back to what Sylvain was saying, is these will feel loose on hard pack and asphalt, especially at speed. Might have the vehicle wallow a little bit.
And just to add a little bit of info on that, these type of tires, they're really extreme type tires. So you have to check if you have a big adventure tire, if it fits your bike in the EOM spec. Because although some people might be tempted to change the size of tires, I mean, there is some issues about that.
Yeah, especially you might have rubbing issues that might happen, which is the most common thing. And the other might change some parameters because some of these big adventure bikes have all kinds of electronic aids. You have ABS, you have traction control, you have lean traction, and all of these are taken into parameters at rotation speeds. And when you're changing the size of a tire, you might change the ride height or you might change the angle, and it might confuse the electronic system. So if you want to change a tire size, please contact an expert, especially when you're going a little bit more to the extreme. Contact an expert to make sure that the tire will fit without any rubbing or mechanical issues or create a problem with the bike's electronics.
Exactly. And one thing we see here, the warning bars. So
this one is big.
This one is a big warning bar. So what we have to say about that is, legally, you can ride a tire of this type up to the warning bar. But between you and I don't think this tire, particularly when it reaches the warning bars, I don't think it will be efficient.
Yeah, you got 30 seconds. So.
Exactly. So with all the tires, maybe depending on your road use or your off-road use, you have to assess if it's safe enough to take the bike out with a tire that is near the warning bars. So just make sure you have proper set of tires, well maintained, no cuts and whatever, and the warning bars are well beyond the sole. And
the most important thing for tire wear. Tire wear is the major issues that we run into tire wear, especially when we're talking about Revco that sell thousands of tires a year. The most common issue is tire pressure. Yeah. Overinflation and underinflation will affect the longevity of the tires because overinflation will get it used up in the center and underinflation will use it up on the sides. So it's very important to have the proper pressure, and on your book that came with your bike, and there's a sticker on the bike also that maintains the proper pressure. Even now we have bike with TPMS, electronic sensors.
Yeah.
Always keep them properly inflated and always check the inflation if there's no TPMS. Always check the pressure when the tires are cold before you leave for the day. There's a big difference.
Yep, and naturally the right hand will assess, will make sure that if you're behaving properly with the right hand, well, your tires may have a longer longevity. But then again, depending on what you are using it for.
Yeah. These are
great. I would love to try that on a big GSA, but then again, big bike. Maybe I will really appreciate the rate.
Yeah, this one should be fine. Yes. All right, people. Thanks a lot for being with us today. We tried to give you some good information on adventure tires. I'd like to thank Sylvain for being with us. You can see Sylvain on the FMQ's website. What's the website?
Well, atvguys.ca, and we're also on the Facebook page. And I'm a little bit everywhere these days. So thanks for looking us up.
All right. So I'm Marc. This guy's Sylvain, and this is Adventure Tires 101. So please give us a thumbs up if you like the content that we're making for you. The thumbs up helps us a lot with the algorithms on YouTube and Facebook and all these things. And please take the time to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is The Motor Guys. And you can see us on Facebook at Motor Guys. We're gone.
Ride safe.
Let's go install some tires, man.
Yes.